Quran called the star, and the first verse of that chapter is, "By the star when it falls." In this chapter, the Quran describes characteristics of a place so similar to what we now know as fitting the description of the black hole that it will send a shiver down your spine. In the Islamic faith, it is believed that God granted Prophet Muhammad a special trip to the heavens. This trip was miraculous, of course, as there was no technological way the Prophet could have taken such a journey at the time, seeing as how planes hadn't even been invented, let alone rocket ships. Nonetheless, if you study this miraculous night journey closely, you'll find that there are many clues to prove that this incredible journey did indeed occur. According to the Quran, when ordinary people look at this dark area in space, they can't see it directly as their eyes bypass or surpass the boundary of this area, and they only see beyond it or around it. It's almost as if this area behaves as a lens. Science, it turns out, has a term for this. It's called gravitational lens. Let's take a closer look. Normally we think of light travelling in straight beams, but near a black hole, the powerful force of gravity bends and warps rays of light around it, creating a visual imprint on the surrounding material. Astrophysicists have proved that a black hole bends light to act like a cosmic magnifying glass, giving astronomers a view of an even more distant galaxy behind it. And this, my friends, is what we call a gravitational lens. However, the Quran brings our attention to an interesting fact regarding this matter in verse 17 of chapter 53, when it says, "The eyesight of the Prophet Muhammad." Quran describes this area's shape, wide at the top with sloping sides and a narrow tube at the bottom, almost funnel-shaped. In verse 14 of chapter 53, when it says, "By the finite jujube tree," it is likened to the shape of a jujube tree, which fits the same description as the one I just mentioned. Chapter 53, "By the finite jujube tree," the Quran reveals that this area is finite. So how does this claim stack up with the science? Until recently, it was assumed that black holes had such an infinite strength of gravitational field that occurs deep within them, ensuring that nothing, not even light, can ever escape them, and a trip into a black hole is a one-way journey. Once you cross the event horizon, the point at which light can't escape, there's no turning back. But researchers such as Georges Poulin, Rodolfo Gambini and Gerard Hooft have recently been able to prove otherwise and show that energy can escape black holes and that black holes are finite. This essentially means that black holes don't end in an infinite density, but rather act as a portal to another universe. The acclaimed British physicist Professor Stephen Hawking supports this claim and further suggested that there could be a way out of the black hole when he famously said, "If you feel you're in a black hole, don't give up. There's a way out. It might have a passage to another universe, but you couldn't come